Welcome students. Today we'll discuss continuity. We study continuity of a function at a point or on an interval. Today it's continuity of a function at a point. In the last class we revised limits which are needed in continuity. So if you are directly watching this, okay, there is a link in description for that lecture. So follow that link, go through that, then come to this part. Now what is meaning of continuity? Continuity of a function at a point. Continuity has same meaning as we understand in English. Meaning of continuity in mathematics is same as its understanding of the word in English. So broadly speaking, if a function, graph of function is without any break, we say it's a continuous function. For example, graph of e raised power x, this is continuous. Graph of log of x, this is also continuous. So continuity of a function is broken when there is a hole in graph or there is a jump in graph. This is hole. So why do we have hole? This is the graph. At this function, at this point, the function is not defined. At x is equal to a, this function is not defined. Therefore, we have hole. The function becomes discontinuous at point x is equal to a. This is another case. This is the graph of function. There is a hole. The function is defined at x is equal to a, but its value is different. It may be here or it may be here. So we have jump, or you can say fall. Jump or fall in value of function at point x is equal to a. This is again discontinuous. Function is discontinuous at x is equal to a. Here at x is equal to a, the function is again discontinuous because from left hand side it's approaching this value, from right hand side it's approaching this value. Value is here. So there is a jump once again. Or the fourth possibility is that function is approaching at x is equal to a, this is approaching infinity, this is also approaching infinity, or it is approaching minus infinity. So all these are cases in which we say function is discontinuous. So let us write formal definition of continuity of function at a point. So function is continuous at a point. Point is, let's say x is equal to a if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of a. F of a is value of function at x is equal to a. Value of function at x is equal to a. So this means left hand limit should be equal to right hand limit. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit means limit, this is equal to value. So function is continuous if limit is equal to value. Limit further means left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. So we discussed in the last class that for some of the functions we need evaluation of left hand limit and right hand limit separately. And for revision, what are those functions? We have four types of functions. One is piecewise defined functions. Piecewise defined function. This is also called function defined differently for different intervals. Second is functions with modulus. Third is functions with greatest integer. And fourth, reciprocal functions. Okay, so let us use our understanding to solve questions. The first one, f of x is x square minus x minus 6 upon x minus 3. This is when x is not equal to 3, and f of x is 5 when x is equal to 3. So we find out limit of the function as x approaches 3. This is limit of x square minus x minus 6 x minus 3 as x approaches 3, and this is equal to limit. So this is polynomial. If we put x is equal to 3, we get 0 by 0 form. To avoid getting 0 by 0 form, we factorize this. It's x minus 3 into this is x plus 2 upon x minus 3 as x approaches 3. This common factor cancels. We have 3 plus 2, this is 5. So limit of the function as x approaches 3 is 5. And what is value of function x is equal to 3? It's also 5. This is same as value at x is equal to 3, or this is same as f of 3. So since limit and value of function at x is equal to 3 are equal, we say f of x is continuous at x is equal to 3. Okay, coming to the second one. Read the statement. F of x is sine of 3x upon x when x is not equal to 0, and it's 1 when x is equal to 0. We have to find whether f of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. So again, f of x is continuous if limit and value they are equal. So value of function is given, f of, we are given 0, this is 1, this is value. We can find out limit of the function as x approaches 0. That will be limit of sine 3x upon x as x approaches 0. So limit of sine theta upon theta as theta approaches 0 is 1. To apply that limit, we divide by 3 and multiply by 3. As x approaches 0, 3x will also approach 0. So that particular limit is applicable to this, and value of this is 1. This is 3. We are given value of function is 1, f of 0 is 1, but limit which we are getting, that is x that is 3. So since value and limit are different, we say f of x is not continuous or f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. So this is a discontinuous function at x is equal to 0. The third one, we have function in which there is mod. F of x is x upon mod of x when x is not equal to 0. It's 1 when x is equal to 0. So here we will find out left hand limit, right hand limit and value. We find out three things. Value of function is given, f of 0 is given, this is value of function. We find out left hand limit, that's limit of the function. So function is defined like this. If we show it on number line, this is x is equal to 0, f of 0 is 1. X not equal to 0 means x is less than 0, also x greater than 0. X not equal to 0 means to the left of 0 as well as to the right of 0. F of x is x upon mod of x. F of x is x upon mod of x. And when x is negative, we know mod of x is minus x. And when x is positive, mod of x is x. So this function, this can be written x upon minus x, that is this minus 1. And to the right of 0, this can be written x upon mod of x is x, so this is 1. So we can show it again. This is x is equal to 0, this is x less than 0, f of x here is minus 1, this part is x greater than 0, f of x is plus 1. So this is redefined function. We can find out now the left hand limit. Left hand limit is limit of minus 1 as x approaches 0 minus, this is minus 1. Right hand limit, this will be limit of 1 as x approaches 0 plus, that is 1. Since left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, therefore limit does not exist. So if limit does not exist, this means it's a discontinuous function, because the limit has to be equal to value for the function to be a continuous function. The next one, we have f of x equal to sine 3x upon tan 2x for negative values of x is given 3 by 2 when x is 0, and is log of 1 plus 3x upon e raised by 2x minus 1 when x is positive. So sine 3x means we should recall limit of sine function, that's sine theta upon theta as theta approaches 0 is 1. Similarly for tan, the standard result is tan of theta upon theta as theta approaches 0, this is also 1. For log function there is only one standard result, limit of log 1 plus x upon x as x approaches 0, this is 1. And for exponential function e raised per x minus 1 upon x as x approaches 0, this is 1. So if we know these results, we can solve these questions. So we must revise chapter on limits before we are doing continuity. We show the function on the number line, this is x is equal to 0 and f of 0, this is 3 by 2. This is x greater than 0 where the function is log 1 plus 3x upon e raised per 2x minus 1, and for negative values of x, f of x is sine 3x upon tan 2x. This is the function. We have to check, we have to show that it's a continuous function at x is equal to 0. So I repeat that you should revise all the limits. This is x less than 0. This will give us left hand limit. Let's find out left hand limit. Limit sine 3x upon tan 2x as x approaches 0 minus. This is limit sine 3x upon 3x into 3x and tan 2x divided by 2x into 2x as x approaches 0 minus. This will cancel out. This limit is 1, this is also 1. So left hand limit is 3 by 2. Now we evaluate the right hand limit. The right hand limit is limit of log 1 plus 3x upon e raised by 2x minus 1 as x approaches 0 plus. This is limit log 1 plus 3x, we divide by 3x, so that the standard result is applicable into 3x, and e raised by 2x minus 1, this also we divide by 2x, multiply by 2x, for the same reason that standard result is to be applied. This limit is 1, this also 1, this will cancel out, so this is 3 by 2. So left hand limit is 3 by 2, right hand limit that is also 3 by 2, and we have value of function, that's f of 0, that is also 3 by 2, it's given equal to 3 by 2. So since left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to value, therefore this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. The next one, we have to discuss continuity of f of x. It's a piecewise defined function defined differently for different intervals, and we have to discuss continuity of function at given point x is equal to 1/2. Let us plot graph of the function. That will give us better understanding. This x-axis, y-axis, between 0 and 1/2. This is 0 and this is 1. At x is equal to 1/2, value of function is 1/2. Between 0 and 1/2, f of x is x. So we can plot graph of the function. This is 1/2 and let's say this is 1. So we know this is graph of f of x is equal to x. It's a straight line passing through origin making 45 degrees angle, and value here, this is when x is equal to 1/2, f of x is 1/2. This value is also 1/2. This part is f of x is equal to x, and for half to 1 the function is 1 minus x. So when x is 1, this will be 1 minus 1, that is 0. At 1/2, this is 1 minus 1/2, that is 1/2. So this will be the graph. This is f of x equals to 1 minus x. F of x is 1 minus x. This is graph of the function. So let us first of all evaluate left hand side, left hand limit. Left hand limit is limit of x as x approaches 0, x approaches 1/2. We have to check at 1/2. So 1/2 minus, this is, we put x equals to 1/2 minus h. As x approaches 1/2, h approaches 0. So left hand limit, this is limit 1/2 minus h as h approaches 0, that's 1/2. Similarly, we find out the right hand limit. Right hand limit will be from this, its limit 1 minus x as x approaches 1/2 plus. So here when its x approaches 1/2 minus, we put x is equal to 1/2 minus h, and when x is approaching 1/2 plus, we put x is equal to 1/2 plus h. When x is 1/2, x approaches 1/2, h will be 0. So limit 1 minus 1/2 plus h as h approaches 0. This is 1 minus 1/2, this is 1/2. And what is value of function at 1/2? This is given 1/2. We are given that x is 1/2, function is 1/2. Value of function f of 1/2, this is 1/2. So f of 1/2, this is also 1/2. This is left hand limit, this is right hand limit, and this is value of the function. You can see the three are equal. 3 are equal means we have f of x continues at x is equal to 1/2. And from the graph also you can see that there is no break. This is graph, there is no hole or jump at this point. So this function is continues at x is equal to 1/2. In the next one, we have to find value of unknown constant k given f of x is continuous. Is given continuous at x is equal to pi/2. f of pi by 2, this is value of function and this is equal to 3. Let's find out limit of f of x as x approaches pi by 2. This is limit k into cos of x upon pi minus 2x as x approaches pi by 2. This is limit k cos of, we put x is equal to pi by 2 plus h, so that as x approaches pi by 2, h approaches 0. Cos of this is pi by 2 plus h, this is pi minus 2 into x is pi by 2 plus h. Now here limit as h approaches 0. This can be written limit k cos pi by 2 plus h is minus sine of h. This is pi, 2 into pi by 2 is pi minus 2h as h approaches 0. This will cancel out. So this is limit k into minus sine of h. This is minus 2 into h. Now minus sign will cancel out. This limit as h approaches 0 is 1. So we get k by 2. This is equal to k by 2. Value of function is 3. So we equate value and limit because function is continuous at x is equal to pi by 2. So value is 3, limit is k by 2. This gives us value of k as 3 into 2, that is 6. The next one, f of x is 2 raised per x plus 2 minus 16 upon 4 raised per x minus 16. Let's find out limit. Limit of f of x as x approaches 2. That's limit of 2 raised per x plus 2 minus 16. This is 4 raised per x minus 16 as x approaches 2. This is limit taking 2 raised per 2 common. It's 2 raised per x minus this will be 2 raised per 2, that is 4. This is 4 raised per x. It's 2 raised per 2x minus 4 square as x approaches 2. So 2 square, this is 2 raised per x minus 4. This can be written, we factorize this. This is 2 raised per x plus 4 into 2 raised per x minus 4. Using a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b as x approaches 2. This is now 2 raised per x minus 4, this will cancel out and we put x is equal to 2. This is 2 square numerator, this is 2 square 4 plus 4, this is 8. So this is equal to 1 by 2. Now as function is continuous at x is equal to 2, this means limit is equal to value. Limit is 1 by 2, value is given k, so this means k is equal to 1 by 2. The last one, we have to find now values of 3 constants a, b and c for this a piecewise defined function. When x is less than 0, it's a different expression. X is equal to 0, it's c. X is equal to 0, c means value of function when x is equal to 0, that is given equal to c. And x greater than 0, for positive values it's a different expression. We can show this function on number line. This x is equal to 0 and f of 0 is given c. This part is x less than 0. The function here, this is sine a plus 1 into x plus sine x upon x, and this one is x greater than 0, f of x, this is x plus bx square under the root minus root of x bx raised per 3 by 2. This is the function represented on the number line. Left hand limit, this part is to the left of 0, so we find out left hand limit. It's limit of this function sine a plus 1 into x plus sine x upon x as x approaches 0 minus. this can be written limit sine of a plus 1 into x upon x plus sine of x upon x as x approaches 0 minus. So let us discuss a property of continuous functions. If f and g are two continuous functions, then f plus g is continuous, f minus g, this is also continuous, f into g is also continuous, f upon g, this also continuous provided g is not equal to 0. Reciprocal of these, let us say 1 by f, this is continuous provided f is not equal to 0. So we are splitting this into two limits. This will be now limit of sine a plus 1 into x divided by a plus 1, we already have x here, multiplied by a plus 1, plus this is limit sine of x upon x as x approaches 0, here also as x approaches 0. Now this limit is 1 into a plus 1, this is 1, so this is a plus 2, this is left hand limit. Next we find out the right hand limit. We have right hand side, to the right of x is equal to 2, right hand limit, this is limit x plus bx square under the root minus root of x upon b into x raised to power 3 by 2, as x approaches 0 we write plus. So this can be written limit, let us take x common, it is 1 plus bx, so root of this into root of this minus root of x, this is b into x into root of x, x raised to power 3 by 2 is x into root of x, as x approaches this is 0 plus. Take root of x common, inside it's root 1 plus bx, this is minus 1, this is root x, this is bx, as x approaches this. Now rationalize, minus 1, 1 plus bx plus 1, 1 plus bx under the root plus 1, and this is bx as x approaches 0 plus. This is a minus b, a plus b, this is a square minus b square. This is limit as x approaches 0 plus. This will cancel out, bx will cancel out with bx. Now put x is equal to 0, this is 1 by 2. So let us write, we have obtained left hand limit, that is a plus 2, right hand limit is 1 by 2, and value of function f of 0, that is c. So since this is continuous at x is equal to 0, therefore the three are equal. This gives us value of c as 1 by 2 and value of a, that is 1 by 2 minus 2, that is minus 3 by 2. And what about b? There is no b in this relation. So we will find value of b. For function to be defined, b should not be equal to 0. b is not equal to 0. So our answer will be that b is any real number minus 0 except 0. b is all real numbers except 0. So these are the values. A is minus 3 by 2, b is all real numbers except 0, and c is 1 by 2.